Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. So we have the FRIEREN and Himmel skill trailer finally dropped by AFK journey, and we're going to be having these heroes coming to the game very shortly, just on the 1st of May, which is like 5 days from right now. So yeah, this is exciting news. We're going to break it down. Let's go ahead and get into it.
FRIEREN is a great mage who bears the holy emblem. She's extraordinarily gifted and frighteningly powerful. After the Demon King's forces took her homeland, FRIEREN came to hate demons from the depths of her soul. From that moment,
Specialization in Supreme Arena and Dream Realm. Okay, the only thing we've seen up until right now is on a previous trailer video that she has true damage most likely on her ultimate, but it is AoE damage. Here they're confirming the fact that she has true damage. She's gonna have synergy with Himmel, which is normally the case for collab heroes. But because they put Supreme Arena tag first, I'm leaning towards she's probably gonna be more of a PvP focused hero, maybe some Dream Realm usage. However, honestly, I'm a bit skeptical. AoE damage deals usually are not good enough for Dream Realm, but we're gonna have to wait and see. She has synergy with other Aliceth, which is a buffer, Cal and Gunner, which are protectors, shielders. Okay.
she set out on a journey to defeat the Demon King. In battle, she fights with her staff and wields all kinds of offensive spells. When casting her ultimate, Zoltraak, FRIEREN moves to the rearmost position that lets her hit the most enemies.
Yeah, we saw that there, that FRIEREN jumped from this tile back to the back rearmost tile and then tries to hit as many enemies with her ultimate.
The ultimate strikes enemies in a rectangular area for several seconds, dealing damage over time along with extra true damage. That extra true damage is evenly split among all enemies hit.
So I guess that is the angle for bosses. It's evenly split. If there are multiple enemies, they're going to be each taking less damage individually. But if it's a boss, obviously it's all going on to the boss, all channeling onto the boss. So maybe then the damage can be high enough. But when it comes to true damage, we have Shamira, we have now Sylvan, who's kind of like even kind of kicked Shamira a bit out of the meta. Is FRIEREN going to have higher multipliers than both of the two? And I find it unlikely, but let's keep paying attention.
At the start of battle, enemies will not target FRIEREN first. After some time, FRIEREN increases her damage dealt and replaces her normal attack with lightning, Judradjim.
Okay, I don't get, when a battle starts, enemies will not target FRIEREN, which means that she must be untargetable at the beginning of battle. Like, would a Bonnie debuff not go off onto her, go off onto a different target? What about Iron immobilization, like, grouping up at the beginning of the battle? Is it not going to activate onto her? Is she kind of like untargetable for the first few seconds? I don't know. We're going to probably have to need more information about that. But yeah, after a while, FRIEREN's damage dealt will increase. Her normal attack is replaced by lightning Judradjim. So her normal attack is going to be replaced by a more powerful skill. Let's see what it does.
Lightning Judradjim deals damage multiple times, with the final hit stunning the target.
Okay, multiple damage and a stun, which is not good for, for Dream Realm, it depends on the damage. For PvP, it's interesting, but the problem is this is after a while. We don't know how long it will take for you to actually have this effect activate. Like, how long do you have to wait? And in PvP, battles can sometimes be really quick, and especially when you're talking about damage-dealing heroes, you want them to be nuking right out the gate, like Marcel, like even Shamira with the Pandora boost or something. Like, you need them to be hitting ASAP, otherwise you're going to be run down by the opponent posing damage.
Also, after fighting alongside Himmel for a while, FRIEREN permanently gains extra attack equal to a portion of Himmel's initial attack.
Okay, that's interesting. Again, the problem is this takes a while to activate. Now, if both of them are somehow good for Dream Realm, then Dream Realm is a long fight. You guys know that. You're able to get the full value of skills which are delayed. Like even Contessa's debuff is delayed, but you're seeing how much value it's actually bringing in Dream Realm long fights. For PvP, the thing is, we don't know how long this is going to have to take. And is, are you realistically going to be able to trigger this before either Himmel or FRIEREN die? Like, that is a question, but this is like another attack boost for FRIEREN, so she has a synergy with Himmel.
When casting Hellfire, Vollzanbel, FRIEREN deals damage to all enemies within a certain radius and sets the area ablaze. Enemies standing in the flames take damage every second, and their vitality is reduced.
Okay, the interesting thing here is, like, they haven't explained it, but if you look at the damage is white numbers.
Take damage.
White numbers either indicate true damage or HP loss damage, and because this is damage per second, I don't know what it could be. It could be some HP loss damage per second, it could be some true damage per second, but either way, that is another factor we have to consider in her boss usage, because true damage, HP loss damage, that's exactly what you're looking for in a damage dealer for a Dream Realm. It has to be one of the two, and the multipliers have to be high enough.
Every second, and their vitality is reduced. After some time, the cooldown of Hellfire Vollzanbel becomes shorter. Once
Okay, again, her scaling is her cooldowns decrease over time. So you want FRIEREN to live for as long as possible in a fight. In PvP, that is difficult, but if you provided protection from Gunnar, from Alna, then potentially she can do that. In Dream Realm, you're gonna have the full 90 seconds, so she's probably, yeah, I mean, in terms of the time and allowing her to ramp up, that's going to happen in Dream Realm. But the question is, after ramping, is her damage high enough to compete with the other damage dealers which are currently meta? We don't know about that until, like, a lot of testing will have to be done.
her exclusive skill is unlocked, FRIEREN will start the battle by casting defensive magic on herself and the frontmost ally. If either of them takes damage exceeding a certain portion of their initial max health, the excess damage is reduced.
So that she has damage reduction on herself and her frontmost ally. And if they take over a certain percentage of their initial maximum health of damage, the extra damage is going to be reduced. This kind of reminds me of Soren. You know, Soren's one of his skills, and when you give him skill power, he can proc it more frequently. But basically, it kind of has a similar effect that, like, up to a certain percentage of his health, he'll take damage, but then above that, it basically is blocked or something. It's interesting. It's a bit of extra survival for her and a frontline ally, which is useful. PvP, definitely there's a PvP angle. Dream Realm, not as important.
And once her exclusive skill is upgraded, FRIEREN's haste increases as long as the frontmost ally she protects remains alive.
Okay, so that's also good. Her haste is going to be boosted probably right from the beginning of the battle, as long as the frontmost ally is alive. So, I mean, all in all, FRIEREN's kit is looking good. Is looking like it has synergy, but it's still looking, to me, is looking more PvP oriented, because I know she ramps up over time, but for Dream Realm, I just don't know. The multipliers would have to be insane to make her meta, but that's always possible. I kind of felt the same way with Gunnar. When we first saw his skill trailer, I was like, I don't understand how he's going to be meta for Dream Realm unless his multipliers are insane in terms of his attack buff, and they were insane. His attack buff multipliers were insane enough to actually make him meta for Dream Realm. It could be the same case here with FRIEREN. But she does get value with Himmel, so obviously it'll also depend on, is Himmel good enough to be used in Dream Realm as well alongside her.
To sum it up, FRIEREN is powerful on both offense and defense. She commands a wide variety of spells and can land heavy hits in many different ways. And once the fight has gone on for a while, her power spikes and her magic becomes much stronger. Uh-oh. The hero party just caught the attention of a whole crowd of monsters. They look pretty confident. Do they really think they stand a chance against FRIEREN? FRIEREN always begins her fight by watching how the battle unfolds. Shields from her allies can keep her safe early on. Then, she starts firing off spells without holding back until every enemy is down.
So this is why they're recommending Cal and Gunnar as allies. Just basically, it's a full tank comp. You're protecting your FRIEREN long enough so she can get her ramp up of her, like, if Himmel is on the team, you know, she then also gains a portion of a percentage of Himmel's initial attack. And on top of all of that, her other skills get empowered as time goes on. So overall, you just want her to survive long enough. So Gunnar definitely is going to be a great ally for her for PvP, even Alna as well. Yeah, and range buff provider like Alice said can further boost FRIEREN's damage. Yeah, it definitely makes sense, but honestly, when you look at it, filling a very similar role to Marcel in PvP. Being that hyper carry damage nuker, kind of ultimate base as well, definitely. And you just want to protect her with a Gunnar, with an Alna, other protectors on the team. and then she's going to take off. But the difference between them is Marcel is just going to be bursting right out of the gate. FRIEREN takes a while to ramp up. But if FRIEREN is able to be protected long enough, when FRIEREN is fully ramped up, I'm assuming she's going to be even more powerful than Marcel. So that's going to be basically the trade-off between the two of them. But it does strike me, FRIEREN does strike me as like, you know, a very similar hero to Marcel, at least as a role in the team comp. And yeah.
That's the legendary mage, all right. Looks like I worried for nothing. I almost feel sorry for those monsters. In our travels across Hesperia, I've seen her smile more than once. I do wonder how many magic books she'll end up collecting. Oh, and I really need to remind her, if she comes across a weird-looking treasure chest, she should probably leave it alone.
Okay guys, so we're gonna do another dedicated video for Himmel, but the only thing I want to see again is, you know, right at the beginning of the battle, FRIEREN is untargetable. I want to see that actually in action over here, because in the team synergy, the battle does begin. FRIEREN has some initial energy, which was not mentioned in the skills, but yeah, she does have some initial energy here. Looks like 300 to 400 initial energy. Let's go ahead and see what happens here at the beginning of the battle.
The hero party just caught the attention of a whole crowd of monsters.
Yeah, so it isn't made very clear, at least in the animations, that she's not really targetable, but that is what was mentioned earlier. So overall, I think FRIEREN definitely is an interesting hero, looking to be more PvP oriented, but she has a potential of Dream Realm due to the fact that she has true damage in her ultimate, and her skill that, you know, causes the burning ground and damage per second. That also is dealing white damage, you know, white damage indicators, which means that it is either true damage or HP loss damage. Both of those are going to be the skills which may make her potentially good enough for Dream Realm. The unfortunate thing is, true damage dealers, you guys know, dominate pre-Endless Dream Realm, like Sylvan, like Shamira. In Endless Dream Realm, which we're at right now, we're not going to have the opportunity to test her. So it's actually going to be, yeah, I mean, you could wait for maybe VN server to move into pre-Endless of the next season, like right at the end of this collab banner, and then maybe recruit. But like basically, we're not going to have much testing for pre-Endless difficulty other than battle drills. That's one thing we have to pay attention to. Battle drills is a great basically representation of how good a hero is going to be for pre-Endless Dream Realm bosses, because battle drills is basically, you know, the bosses are at that pre-Endless like difficulty level. And so if FRIEREN is really good for that, then we could maybe, like, you know, infer that potentially she will be good in pre-Endless Dream Realm as well. But yeah, I think, let me know your thoughts about FRIEREN in the comment section down below. Are you excited for her? I definitely think in PvP she's interesting, and with the right support, Gunnar or Ulna to basically allow her to fully ramp up, and maybe even Himmel on the squad if Himmel also has a great PvP kit, then yeah, that could be a really strong team, and it is exciting news. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and up next will be the Himmel video as well, so definitely stay tuned for that. And if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. My affiliate link is in the description of this video in a pinned comment, and you can actually bookmark this link in your browser, and whenever you're planning to make a purchase, just return to the bookmark link and make your purchase. It will support me and be greatly appreciated. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now.